Welcome back to another edition of the Washington Nationals here on OOTP 27. And as you can see, not a great start to the 2033 campaign. Record-wise, we're 6-2. Injury-wise, Evan Hollick just ruptured his UCL. So, yeah. This guy no longer a member of our team for the rest of the season, and that is a huge bummer. Because he is very, very good and a big part of our team, and unfortunately throws 5 2/3 innings, and then that's it. Just completely cooked. Total tear of the UCL. So we're going to have to figure out who's going to take his spot in the bullpen. I should also mention that we have Luis Hernandez. He only has 3 days left in his recovery time, but that's only because he had a setback on his shoulder inflammation. So hopefully he'll be back soon for us, and that's not going to have too many bad effects for him. It's not going to be like something that's going to, hint at what this whole season's going to be. He's going to have like a Dylan Cruz type year or something where he's hurt the whole time. But hopefully that doesn't happen, and he just comes back and he's able to continue pick up where he left off last year. Oh my. This guy's not going to last the season. This trainer, we got to get him the fuck out of here after one season, because we're just... what am I supposed to do? James Wood is out here rupturing his Achilles tendon like a week after Evan Hollick ruptured his UCL. And somehow rupturing your Achilles tendon is only a 4-month injury. But still... no James Wood. I guess that makes it easier to play Parker Picotte, but that's not really the way I wanted that to be opened up. And then even if I wanted to call up Tamariz to get him in the Parker Picotte role, now that he's going to play a bit more, I can't even do that because he's got a torn quadriceps then in AAA. What is going on? We're just doing a bit of a check-in here because I just had an update about some player who played against us here. He had a 5-for-9 day. I'm like, what the hell? We look at the box score. The Wilmington Blue Rocks just played a 20-inning game on April 21st, 2033 here. Ridiculous. We had some guys with 10 ABs. 10 ABs. Look at the amount of pitchers. Oh my God. Imagine being the Pittsburgh Pirates rolling into Washington, D.C. Game 1, you get Jerry Harris. He gives you 6 1/3, 3 hits, 2 walks, 7 Ks, no runs. We bring out Herrera and Matamoros in the bullpen. They shut the door. Game 2, we win 2-0. Tarek Skubal gets thrown out there, 5 1/3, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 9 Ks. Agro, Ortiz, Matamoros shut things down. And then game 3, you're like, oh my God, finally a break. Nope. Dax Hardcastle gives up 8 hits, glides 3 runs, but he gets the job done. A 6-3 victory. Reyes and Herrera shut the door. And another victory, and you sweep the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's a rough go for Pittsburgh, who apparently have Eli Willits. Interesting. Eli Willits is now on the Pittsburgh Pirates, who I guess they traded for from the Dodgers in this offseason. They traded a haul of a bunch of guys, a couple pitchers, a catcher, and some money for Eli Willits. It's a tough series to be the Colorado Rockies too here. Start off the month of May in Colorado too, 11-2. Jerry Harris goes 5 2/3. Ortiz, Yorkin shut it down after that. The offense, we got a bunch of multi-hit days for Ebel, Hernandez, Harris, Feliz, who's back, Cruz, Sirota, home runs for Hernandez. Extra base hits for everybody. And then in game 2, you come out there, it's 10-2. Skubal, 6 2/3, 1 run. And once again, bunch of multi-hit days. Ford, Hernandez, Ebel, Cruz. You got home runs for Ebel, his 6th on the season. And then you come out game 3, 7-1 victory. Home runs for Jerry Harris, doubles for O'Ray and Hernandez, multi-hit days galore, and Dax Hardcastle goes 3 hits, no runs, 4 Ks. And Yoder and Agro shut it down. So, some fantastic stuff going on with our Washington Nationals right now as It's May 4th, and we're 23-8 on the season. Look at the expanded standings, plus 48 on the run differential. 11-5 at home, 12-3 on the road, and what are we in one-run games? 8-3, baby. A little bit of a win streak here going on. You follow up that Colorado series, and first of all, going back into April, you take 2 of the 3 on the road from San Diego. It's the back half of the 3, so you get 2. Then you win 3, that's 5 in a row. And then bang, you got 9 in a row now because you just beat Atlanta at home. That's 4. And now you got the Yankees and then the Phillies, 6 games, a bunch of games in a row here. And then finally an off day on the following Sunday after this week here. Let's see, can we keep the win streak going perhaps? And there it finally ends. We get 10 in a row, but not quite 11 in a row as we lose a one-run game, unfortunately, to the New York Yankees 4-3. Dax Hardcastle gave up 4 in 6 innings. Struck out 10, though. Love to see that. But Cam Schlittler, the man we have based our Road to the Show series around, Cam Schlittler out here with the 3 fastballs. And, of course, in this game, he only throws 2 fastballs because, I don't know, stupid. And then they're saying he throws a curve. Unless he learned the curveball at some point in this series, he does not throw a curveball. Trust me, I have been looking at this man's baseball savant a billion times, as I do with really any pitcher that I'm interested in. But I've looked at his savant a ton, and I'm not seeing any sort of learned changeup along here. He's just, or I guess it might have been in the scouting if it said that. I'm not seeing any learned, never learned a changeup, but for some reason this game thinks he has a changeup. He does not. Folks, I can't even believe what I'm seeing right now. We're 41-14. It's May 30th. We're about to enter the month of June. And the Stars aren't even doing it for us. Angel Feliz has come back from his injury. You can see he's 3 for 27 in his last 7 games. He's not on fire. Everyone else is on fire. We got a bunch of injuries here. Evan Hollick's out for the whole season, obviously. Rodriguez is still out. Ronnie Cruz is currently out with a sprained knee. James Wood is obviously out. And it doesn't even matter because the team is just out here stomping the competition as we have a plus 76 run differential, plus 5 on the Pythagorean even. 14-5 in one-run games, 4-1 in extra innings, and 10-0 in our last 10 as we are currently on a W10 for the second time this season already. As let's keep it going here. Why not? Let's see. Let's see if we can keep it going. Boom, that's a W11, folks. How about a W12? Do I have a W12? We have a W12, folks. That's a 12-game win streak. We'll look at all this in a second here. Let's see if we can keep it going here as we enter the month of June, and we are now on the road taking on the Miami Marlins. Not quite a W13, but, W12, we will take it. Absolutely. As we look here in the month of May, a little bit of a rough stretch here in the middle. This Yankees series, this Kansas City series, basically literally the middle of the page. But then, boom, right from the end of this Baltimore series, taking that in the month of June, 43-15, and it's June 3rd. Oh my God, folks. Miguel Sime gets hurt again. He's out for 5 weeks with a forearm strain. He's already missed. He's had an elbow strain. He's already had an elbow strain for six weeks this season, so he's already missed a bunch of time. And now Jose Rodriguez has suffered a setback from his torn UCL, and he will take an additional 3 to 4 months for him to return. He is now slated for, who the fuck knows when he's going to come back? Probably not this season at all. But somehow, among all these injuries, the team just keeps plugging along. We are 51-19. We have reached 50 wins before we reach 20 losses. It's June 17th. We already have a 14-game lead on the Mets. That's 8 games in a row driving in a run for Parker Picott, as the Nationals have reached 60 wins with 21 losses. I have no words. I genuinely have no words. I'm also just now realizing Miguel Fonseca, he made his MLB debut here in this game because Brady Ebel is out for a week. So we brought up Fonseca to play first base. And what does he do in his first big league game? Hits cleanup, goes 2 for 3, drives in 3 runs with 2 home runs on the day. I mean, Miguel Fonseca coming up there and showing folks he's got that big league pop, folks. How about 9 games in a row with an extra base hit? That's what Jerry Harris just did. I don't even have words, folks. I have no words. Can we win again? We'll win again. 1-run game and an extra inning win just to shove it in last season's face. I can speak. Brian Flory goes 5 2/3. A bunch of different bullpen guys go in there. Unfortunately, Reyes got rocked around a bit, but the rest of the team doing their thing as Fonseca got a hit, but did get pinch hit for at some point. Hernandez homered. Jet Williams hit a home run. We're damn good. We're damn good. What can I say? At this point, it's July 11th. It's time to do the check-in here in the first half of the season. But at this point, I'm not even concerned about this. 8 weeks, Tarek Skubal out with a herniated disc. Just keep piling on the injuries. At this point, we might as well just have the whole team get hurt and play the Double-A team. It just seems like we're just that on fire right now because Tarek Skubal, unfortunately, gonna miss 8 weeks. And this trainer is basically the only guy who is not performing up to par right now. So, very unfortunate. We'll figure out who's going to take his place in the rotation here in a little bit. I mean, just look at the list. Look at the list. Just so many injuries. Jesus Christ. But the team though, performing very, very well. 66-25 here on July 11th. Let's take a look at those expanded standings. That is a plus 148 run differential, plus 5 on the Pythagorean here, leading the National League East Division. We have 66 wins. That is by far the best record in Major League Baseball. As we are dominating at home, we're dominating on the road. 5-4 in extra innings. At least we're not 0-9 or whatever we were last year. And then 19-7 in 1-run games. 6-4 in our last 10. Not the best streak we've been on, but overall, very, very good, obviously. Let's take a look at our team info page here. We, just right out of the gates. April 20-7, 23-6 in May, 17-8 in June, and then 6-3 so far here in July. On the offensive side of things, a lot of single-digit stuff here, like higher stuff than there usually isn't. We're actually not striking out a ton. We're hitting for a high average, and we're still getting on base and slugging. I mean, what could you want? Average, OBP, slugging, OPS, WAR, WOBA, runs scored, hits, extra base hits, home runs, base on balls, strikeouts, and the lowest thing we are in all those numbers is 4th in strikeouts, which are usually like 11th to 15th in that sort of range. Or 11th to, I don't know how many teams there are, but 11th to whatever. Not great. We usually strike out a ton. Is some of that probably because James Wood is hurt? Maybe. But for now, we're going to take it. The team's performing very well. We're not stealing bases, but we are base running well. So that's fantastic stuff. And then on the pitching side of things, just doing what we always do, baby. The best ERA in the National League, the second best starters, the best bullpen, as we do. The least amount of runs allowed to go with the most runs scored. Second WAR, second in hits allowed, first in opponent's average, first in BABIP, 5th in home runs allowed, and then second in both base on balls and strikeouts, first in defensive efficiency and zone rating, and then tied for 5th in errors. So, all around, just an absolute juggernaut is what these Washington Nationals are here in this 2033 season. So let's go ahead and take a look at the team. Well, first, let's take a look at what the injury list looks like right now. We got James Wood, still 5 weeks left on his ruptured Achilles. Ronnie Cruz is about to be back from his rehab assignment, which I totally forgot about. That's why he's been down there for 16 games. My bad. Whoops. He'll be back here any day now, but it wasn't like he was playing very well at the big league level anyways. Was he playing good defense? Yeah, at second base, he was playing some good defense. So Ronnie Cruz at least picking it over at second base, but the bat was not really doing much for him this season so far. Then we also have Brady Ebel, who has an unknown injury return on his strained oblique. Melvin Jimenez finally had his first injury. He only has a couple days left on that. It wasn't very serious, but he was on the IL nonetheless. Miguel Sime Jr. had his second strain to his arm this season. Jose Rodriguez had a setback to his partially torn UCL. Evan Hollick tore his UCL at the start of the season. And then we just saw Tarek Skubal with his herniated disc here right on July 11th. So let's take a look at the pitching side of things here on the big league team. Sort by innings pitched, it's Dax Hardcastle leading the team with 96 and a third innings and a 2.9 WAR, a 126 ERA plus, and a 68 FIP minus. Doing the damn thing. A 20-plus K percentage with a 4.7 walk percentage, and then a sub-1 home run per 9. He is fantastic. Dax Hardcastle, hell yes. He is exactly what we've been looking for, trying to develop these pitchers over the past few seasons, and then finally we have truly developed one of like an elite pitcher in this league in Dax Hardcastle. And then Brian Fleury, not being elite, but he's, holding his own. He's been whatever. Alex Rouse, he's been quite good. Jerry Harris, unfortunately, has not been pitching well. The ERA plus and the FIP minus, both worse than league average. They're not horrible, but he's just giving up way, way too many home runs, which sucks to see because that really shouldn't be an issue for him. It's never been an issue for him previously. And then this season, just randomly in 11 games, has a horrible home run per 9. And hopefully that can continue. That can fix itself as the season goes on because, as you can see with the bat, he is tearing things up on the offensive side of things. And hopefully he's going to be able to keep being this all-world bat for us because he is the best bat on the roster right now. And then we also have Wellington Herrera, who's been doing his thing in the bullpen. He's fantastic yet again. Josh Yorkin's getting a bunch of innings in like a long relief role. Hasn't been great, giving up a bit too many home runs. Mateo Reyes, though, he's been really solid. Edwin Alcia's doing whatever in like a middle relief / long relief role. Eric Agro's been really good. Bobby Matamoros is doing his thing, shutting things down at the back end of the bullpen. Robinson Ortiz continues to be fantastic. The veteran, the elder statesman here in the bullpen, Robinson Ortiz, he's been around since 2029 for us, even longer because we had him, if we go to all levels combined, we traded for him in the 2027 to 2028 offseason, spent 2 years in AAA, and then we finally gave him a chance, and it paid off. He's been with us pretty much ever since, and he just continues to be a really solid bullpen arm here in Washington as the percentile rankings continue to be really good. In 2023, 2032, they weren't as good, but still solid. 2031, some solid stuff there. 2030, some solid stuff there. So Robinson Ortiz, having the best year of his career so far with a 3.44 ERA plus and a 63 FIP minus. That's a 1.16 ERA. Can't complain too much about that. And then we also got Kevin Yoder, who's, doing whatever. He's been holding his own in 23 innings. And then we also called up Eric Kleeman, who is starting in Shane Rodemaker's role because Shane Rodemaker, unfortunately, is starting to get to the point where his control is no longer good enough to mask the fact that he has no stuff or movement. And he has had a bad season as Eric Kleeman, who was dominating, I shouldn't say dominating AAA, but he wanted to be in the big leagues. He was pitching well enough in AAA to where I was like, let's give this guy a shot. He's got the control plus the movement, so let's see what he can do. And through 2 starts, it hasn't been great, but it's only 2 starts. He's 22, about to be 23 years old. We're going to keep letting him pitch and see how he does for us. And then I guess maybe even Rodemaker will come up and maybe fill this second spot to have Tarek, or we probably want a lefty to come up. So it'll probably either be Pilkington or De Leon. Also, I just should show Shane Rodemaker. You can see his control is down to a 55, which is still really good, but it's not quite the 60 it used to be. You can see here his control went down recently, and it's just not great. It even went down last year. Last year went from a 65 to a 60. Now it's a 60 to a 55, and now suddenly no longer looking like the dude he was when we gave him that extension. And of course, we've got one more year at 7.5. So we might just call him up and let him be that dude to pitch there and have a full right-handed rotation. Maybe we do a follower situation with Wanamaker. We'll have to see. But, if we want to bring up a lefty, we got somebody like Matt DeLeon. He's pitching well enough, I guess, in AAA. He's got the extreme fly ball. Not the greatest percentile rankings, but, you could squint and be like, this guy could get a shot in the big league rotation. Matt Pilkington is unfortunately down to a 45 potential, but he's a guy who could end up in the big league rotation if we want to go with a lefty. Or there's even somebody like Isaac Leone, who is not on the 40-man right now. He was removed off the 40-man over the offseason, but as you can see, he's doing his thing once again, and he's to the point now where he's a 50 overall, so I honestly might put him on the 40-man and let him pitch if we can find a spot for him on the 40-man, because I don't think we have a spot open, but it'll either probably be Rodemaker or him, honestly, because I think Dave Leone's not on the 40-man. We have to find a spot for him, but I mean, Isaac Leone here, Lion, whatever you want to call him, I feel like he deserves it. He's been really, really good. So we'll think about it. We'll see who we decide to go with in that last rotation spot now that Scooble is hurt. But then as far as the bats go, I sent down Newell, who was the backup infielder, along with Jackson Wood while Cruz was hurt. But now we have Cruz back up here. And like I said, Brady Ebel, who we should actually show here, has been quite good for us. The WAR not great, but above league average WRC plus. He's got 11 home runs and 20 doubles with 46 runs driven in, walking a ton, striking at 21.9% of the time. I mean, we'll take that for a big time power hitter with an OPS at 854 this year. Absolutely. For whatever reason, his fielding run value has been bad at first base. Not really sure how that works out, considering he's a 75 grade first baseman. But, that's what's happening with him. But he'll be back here soon in the lineup at first base. But while he's out, we've got Miguel Fonseca getting some time there. He'll be down in AAA. And I lock him at first base, by the way, and make sure that he gets benched at 97% fatigue. Because whenever I don't do that, the AI loves to be like, oh no, he should be catching. He should be catching. And it's like, no, he shouldn't, AI. Stop playing him at catcher. But anyways, the rest of the team will sort by wins above replacement here on the offensive side of things. We've already talked about Jerry Harris. He's already got a 3 WAR, 150 WRC plus, 18 doubles and 19 home runs, walking more than he's striking out. I mean, he's been fantastic. He's our 2-hitter. We got Angel Feliz. He's got a 3 WAR. He missed the first little bit of the season, but he came back. He's already right back to where he was, 135 WRC plus, 10 doubles, 13 home runs, doing his thing, playing a solid shortstop as well. 83rd percentile run value with a 3.4 ZR at the shortstop position. And then we got Harry Ford doing his thing, 2.5 wins, 120 WRC plus, hitting doubles, getting on base, top of the order. Luis Hernandez, he's got a 2.2 wins, 128 WRC plus, 15 home runs for the third baseman. Zahir Hope is playing in right field for us. He's got a 2 WAR with a triple-digit WRC plus, 124 with 14 doubles and 9 home runs. Jet Williams is doing his thing, which is why I kind of want to play him at second base. Maybe have Ronnie Cruz as like the bench guy for at least for a little bit. Maybe like every third game we'll play Cruz, something like that. We'll do something like... That is not what I wanted. We'll do this. Picot's not going to be a third base. It's going to be... Where's Jackson Wood? Jackson Wood here. And then Cruz backup shorts. So something like this, and then Cruz will play like every third game. I'm thinking we'll do that at second base. But, yeah, Jet Williams, he's been doing his thing. Parker Picot's been doing his thing, mainly against lefties, but, holding his own enough against righties, playing every third day as well. Giving Hope a little bit of some rest there. And, we want his bat in the lineup as much as possible. And so far it's been paying off. 12 home runs for him. He's playing a really solid right field as well whenever he plays out there. So we'd love to see that. Mike Sirota, unfortunately, has not been a great center fielder for us this season. Defensively, yes. Offensively, no. He had that one really, 2 solid seasons here. I mean, 3, really, if you count the half season he came over in 2028. So like 2.5 years of good offensive production, and ever since then, it has not been great for him. He hit 26 bombs in 2031, but that was really it. But he continues to play a good center field, so at least we have that going for him. as we have him locked in for 2 more years of team control here on the big league team. And then Dylan O'Reilly, currently on a cold streak, but he's been doing his thing, making enough contact, getting on base, providing some value with some non-strikeout, putting the ball in play sort of profile for us. He'll continue to play left field here, and his fielding run value is actually pretty good. He's got a ZR of 1.2. It's a positive ZR. We'll take that at left field. And then Ronnie Cruz we already talked about. Fonseca's barely played. Jackson Wood is here as a bench player. He was holding his own at shortstop. You can see here 1 ZR in 32 games before Angel Feliz came back. And he's a high leader. We have a shit ton of leaders on this team. We'll take a look at the team chemistry page after this. But a whole ton of leaders, as Rich Leno is also back up on the team since Jimenez is her as our backup catcher. And then let's just take a look. Team chemistry here. We got 2 captains in Dylan O'Reilly and Jackson Wood. And then we got all these leaders. Ronnie Cruz, Jet Williams, Angel Feliz, Dax Hardcastle, Miguel Cime Jr., Tarek Skubal, all leaders. And then we got a spark plug. We got pranksters. Jerry Harris is disruptive, but it doesn't matter when you have this many leaders. And then, of course, we've also got some selfish guys. But once again, it does not matter when you completely outweigh them with so many good personality leaders. I mean, the team chemistry is ecstatic. Things are going well. We even have our staff. Our staff is ecstatic as well. Everybody's getting along. It's fantastic. The new pitching coach and hitting coach here at the big league level. Our new manager, as far as a couple seasons ago, Bart, whatever his name is, hoping to get over the hump of winning a playoff series this year. I did not realize it actually aligned with losing all the playoff series with when he came as the manager. So he needs to get over the hump here. Not that it's his fault, obviously, but his name is tied to it. We need to win a playoff series this year, especially with how good this team has been so far through July 11th. I guess through July 10th. It's currently July 11th. And now it is time to do the first-year player draft. Here in 2033, as we have the 34th overall selection, the St. Louis Cardinals are picking number 1 overall. They jumped up from the best odds. The Red Sox the best odds and fell all the way down to number 9. That is rough. But let's hop into it here. The Cardinals 1-1 select Ray Larson out of the University of Antelope Valley in California, Lancaster, California. The left arm of God, despite being a right-hander. That's some good stuff. But 22 years old, looks like he could be really good, already ready to be in the big leagues. Wouldn't be surprised if he's going to be on the big league team by the end of the season. We will move things on to our selection, 34th overall, as we take a look at the best available players, already down to a 55 potential. Oh, these are pitchers. Yeah, 55 potential starting pitcher at high school is the best guy here. $9 million demand. We got a college reliever. Who's the best college guy? Yeah, college reliever. 45 starter who's already got a shoulder injury. No thank you. Big time eye, but also like completely unplayable swing and miss. What a weird player. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be taking a 45 potential guy in the first round here. Not really something that we're looking to do. This guy might be a pick in like the third round in the state of the current drafts with that 70 range. But I think we'll probably just take the obvious one here. Jose Godoy, pork chop, right-handed pitcher, Puerto Rican out of the Carlos Beltran Baseball Academy. And looks like he could be really good. It's decent stuff. High movement, high control. We all know I like those types of guys. High adaptability as well. Does our scout think we should take him? He does. So we're just going to go meet his demand, lock him in. Jose Godoy with the 34th overall pick. Move things on to round 2. And once again, it's just a bunch of relievers. We got those college relievers. High work ethic. Or I guess this guy is a high school starter. High adaptability work ethic. We might just go another high school starter here in Juan Gonzalez. Not to be confused with Juan Gonzalez. Juan Gon from the 90s of the Texas Rangers. One of the all-time best looks in baseball history. The way he looked when he was on the Rangers, all time stuff. But we might take Juan Gonzalez here. You know, I don't think we're going to call him Juan Gon as a pitcher, unless you're being like Juan Gon, like, you know, you're out of there, you struck out or something. But you know, not the other way around. But he's probably our top choice. Once again, that college starter is still here. The weird guy with the eye, but no avoid K is there. We got a catcher with a ton of gap power in front. I mean, this guy's really interesting, honestly. I like this guy. I'm intrigued. You pair the 80 potential gap power with 80 grade speed, and you got 60 framing and 70 blocking. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued by Joel Cooley, to the point where I think I might like him. Yeah, I think I might like him more because he's got 25 hold runners in Juan Gonzalez and only 35 stamina. So you know that goes down once, all of a sudden you're not a starter anymore. I think Joel Cooley might be our second round pick, as sad as that is to say. We have another catcher with 80 grade gap power, but not as good speed. Joel Cooley might be our dude. He might be our selection. Chris Carter, no thank you. A German, Balaban Yildiz from St. Bonaventure, American German, or German American. This guy's intriguing as well. Decent outfielder, really good speed, has some gap power with some 50 grade power and 50 grade eye to go along with it. That's intriguing. That is intriguing, I will say. What about any of these pitchers? Any starters that are like 45s that stand out? Any like college guys? High school. Another hurt college guy. Yeah, we're not taking a guy with a torn flexor tendon. A fragile, no thank you. Yeah. I think we're going to be looking at those hitters in either Joel Cooley or Balaban Yildiz. And with how the draft is right now, I don't think one of them is going to be there if we take the other. So it's just a matter of, do we want the outfielder or do we want the catcher? I mean, you get a little bit more K with the outfielder, the same power potential, a little bit more I. I mean, it's 10 more I, so it's not totally insignificant, but you get way more gap power to go with the 80 grade speed. And then he's also a catcher, whereas Yildiz, the German outfielder, probably more of just a really good corner. I don't think he'd be a center fielder unless he does get a big bump. I think we're going to go with the catcher, Joel Cooley. I'm going to add this guy to our interested shortlist, where I just put anybody who's not on our team who I might want to possibly trade for, or if I see him on the waiver wire, they'll pop up in all caps text. But I think we're going to go Joe Cooley here. He's our guy. Please be there. No, we got taken. And we're already down to 45s here. But we do have a 65 range guy. He could be interesting, durable, out of not Vanderbilt, but Vanguard University in... I guess we haven't taken him yet, so it doesn't actually tell me where it's from. Is that going to, like, if I mouse it? No, it's not going to tell me. But wherever the hell Vanguard University is from, 21 years old. Once again, another guy who's probably just a really good corner. Decent power, decent gap. Avoid K. High adaptability. Sure. Interesting. None of the other bats are interesting. What about that one infielder? Yeah, already that guy at 70 infield range is been taken as well, as we're in round 3, and we're already at this point in the draft. I mean, it is nothing, folks. Nothing going on here. What about pitchers? Are there any? We still got some of those college relievers. And we not, like, why is it doing that? But, yeah, we still got this Bill Hoggett guy from Nevada, 25 stamina. He's a one-inning guy, but adaptability could be really good. Could be like a Bobby Matamoros type of dude for us. Maybe not that level of pitcher, but, you know, could be a really good high-leverage reliever with some good stuff. Mike Roque could be that as well. He's a high schooler. We got this guy with 80 grade control and 80 grade movement, or 75 grade movement with 80 grade home runs allowed as a single inning reliever. Yeah. There's that college starter who's got the torn flexor tendon. I'm kind of tempted, maybe not with the 25 stuff, but I mean, this stuff is really intriguing. 80 grade potential with the movement. I mean, even though he is hurt, it is kind of tempting to take him. We got a bunch of dudes with that sort of profile here. Adaptability, work ethic on this guy out of Louisville. So yeah, I think we're going to go pitcher here. I think we might go Hoget. Or no, we might go this high school guy. 80 grade control potential, movement at a matter day. Disgusting elite high school, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, it's just, do we want to go with a reliever or do we want to go with a possible starter in Joe Garcia, who's high leader, high work ethic, low greed? Or there's the guy who's currently a college starter, but he's hurt. You know, let's go with Joe Garcia. Boom. He's our third round pick. Move things on. The 250s have been taken, but we do have Travis Williams, who I looked at and liked. He may be our top option here. Travis Williams, I'm thinking, is going to be our top option. I don't love this Aaron Raber guy. Any bad? Yeah, all the bad is already down to the 40s. So yeah, I think we're going to take Travis Williams at Louisville in round 4. And then we move things on to round 5. We have a 45 here in a college reliever who looks like he'd be like maybe okay, but he's a high leader adaptability. Always like having those guys around. Any knuckleballers? We got a knuckleballer. Wouldn't take him here, but we might take this guy at some point. 50 potential knuckleball. I'm liking that. But Josh Utz might be our guy we take here in round 5. We got a catcher with 65 framing. Yeah, I mean, this would just be entirely defense based with some of these selections. And we already took a catcher in Cooley who had good framing. So I think we're going to take Utz. We're going to take Josh Utz, college reliever. He's going to be our guy at the University of Illinois. Alrighty, so we have done our absolute slog of the 2033 draft, as in round 6 where we left off, we took Joe Davis entirely because he has adaptability and work ethic and good framing. Then in round 7, we took Chris Nofel, high adaptability and work ethic and decent defense. Then in round 8, we took Bobby Walker, 65 framing with the holy trifecta, adaptability, work ethic, baseball IQ. Then in round 9, another holy trifecta guy, decent or really good infield defense. And then in round 10, another holy trifecta guy plus high loyalty, 50 outfield range, 65 arm, sure. And then in round 11, we took the knuckleballer, 50 potential knuckleball to Chris Bacon out of the University of Georgia. And then in round 12, we took a man from Forked River, New Jersey, who went to Dallas Baptist University. Yes, this is pronounced Forked, not forked. It's Forked River, New Jersey. Why is it that? I don't know, but it is. High baseball IQ, high movement, sure. Then in round 13, we took Ruben Alvarez out of Rockford, Illinois, Pepperdine University as well. High adaptability, work ethic, okay-ish movement control. Round 14, we took another holy trifecta guy, Jeff Piott. Horrible everywhere, but he's got the trifecta. Carlson, once again, a guy who doesn't really have anything going for him, but he's got the holy trifecta. Round 16, high work ethic, baseball IQ. Round 17, leader, adaptability, and work ethic. Round 18, we took this Mike Puttick guy, who is definitely not a catcher. I don't know why he's listed at catcher. He should be like a left fielder or something. We'll make him a right fielder with that arm. So yeah, right fielder. Don't know why he's listed at catcher. That was where he was. I don't know. For some reason, Georgia was playing him or he was committed to Georgia. High school was playing him at catcher. But, leader, loyalty, work ethic. And then in round 19, leader, work ethic, low greed. And then in round 20, high loyalty, work ethic, baseball IQ, low greed.